Good evening, good morning, or good afternoon, depending on where you may be and what time you're watching this at. It's Sigma here, sitting down with another demo review, this time taking a look at Snakewater, the first map coming up in this Season 9 of ESEA. So, this demo was sent to me by the blue team, so we're going to be going over their play and seeing how it goes. So it looks like a pretty long game, so maybe they extend, or maybe the source TV just continues after 30 minutes. So, before we get into this, I'd just like to say that I commend these two scouts for using the same hat. There's really no reason to vainly use your fancy hat and not match your partner, because it makes the other team easier to call who's lit. So, I salute these scouts for going traditional, or well, not traditional, but at least they're the same. So, let us get into the action. Here we go. Okay, so, I don't know, I haven't played this map too thoroughly because I was not active during the season it originally came out, but as far as I know, the demo rollout should be to bottom left, so you can leave your equalizing soldier to take the health on the top right. So, non-optimal rollout to start off with. We'll see if this bites them. Their soldier health is not going to be good, but it looks like the other team is having a similarly weird rollout, seeing the combo come from lower there. So, I don't know what's going on here. Maybe I'll just blame my inexperience, but looking like a bad mid for TN, or blue already, just off the massively low health of their demo scouts. So this is already a point where the medic should not be dancing around too much and just try to get out, because they've lost a long time ago. They've lost, and you're gonna die because you picked which door you wanted to leave through like 3 different ways, just dancing around in mid for no reason. So you're dead, and now 2 is a write-off. What the heck? Oh. I don't know about amputator taunts to actually heal people with, but is that even allowed in ESEA? I don't even know. Okay, so now blue trying to suicide on the medic, and nothing happening there because just trailing through 1 by 1. So this round should be a write-off, but this last is notoriously difficult to push. Oh, here's a crits coming in, not killing anything, so I guess we get to see the round go on. Now with a nice defense like that, blue should already be moving up. There's just 1 scout, just leave the heavy and go. Mouse 1 forward. And looks like that's what they're doing. I don't agree. Actually, I really don't agree with pulling out a spy right here, because they need cap time on 2, and I think they'll probably get it anyways, but there's a risk, like, if the other team had a spy hiding, because that scout was up for quite some time. So, the window of time for which he could make a play against last, even though you have a heavy there is some risk, is much increased if the cap time is lowered. But doesn't look like it's gonna come into play now, so let's just see how this spy does. Gets seen, dies. An all too often result for spies. Oh wait, he's dead ringer, he didn't die. Good for him. Okay, so now popping in with the Uber advantage, just pointing out again that it would be nice to have a scout help their damage here, but they might win this anyways, but no, now it's falling apart because they only had the 1 soldier going through on the badged Uber. It is nice to have that single Uber when it's an Uber exchange, but you need to make sure you can actually get the force for 1, and, well, obviously they couldn't get the force here because the other team could back up, and you need, like, if the other team doesn't have Uber, there's no reason not to just flood them with players rather than just sending the pocket alone. So there's a wipe as a result of a poorly executed push and maybe not having the completely appropriate classes. So now 2's gone again, so let's see, is the other team still on crits? No. So this could be a rough last, although again, they have all the players up, and red is using a sniper who just died. So, looks like blue has a decent chance of holding this one. I don't agree with the timing of starting a back cap there when the other team's not committed, because basically this is just suiciding players. You don't... I think this is a trap scouts fall into too often, or any player really, but especially scouts, is you feel like you optimize your team's chances for success if you're doing something constantly, but while the combos are doing the dance back and forth and playing the Uber game and whatnot, it's much better for you to wait, because what could have been like the red team waiting for their spawn before going, or pushing 5v6 with the Uber, is now going to be both scouts dying, likely not killing anything unless this demo somehow dies, which I doubt because there's a soldier right with them. And then it should be an easier push for red, because there won't be a heavy up unless they drop a soldier. So yeah, see, now it's 2 down, 20 second spawns. The guy who's dead is a scout, so he's just gonna come back in. So like, scouts basically just gave last to the red team because they got impatient and went for a play when there was no play to be had. So push going on. Snakewater last, typically difficult to take. Almost actually do get the defense, possibly because of that amputator taunt there. And my frames are absolutely dying, so let me just pause this for a sec. And it looks like it's recovered. So, oh, yeah, they're gonna lose it. 100 health soldier versus a medic. Good game. So you can't say that was entirely because of the scout death, because they at least made it back into the push before it went, but pretty much really bad time to suicide scouts, I would say. So here we have blue's demo again taking the right rollout, so non-optimal health for the soldiers coming into mid. And I mean, it's not like it's any faster. Look, the other demo's there using the other rollout, so there's really no reason not to take the health pack down on the other side. See how this mid goes then. Looks like good early damage from the blue demo. Good presence from the scouts, so the soldiers can just jump and follow this up really easy because there's no scouts up top to stop them. And should basically just be a straight push forward for blue. I don't see where their medic is. He crashed, and they're still winning mid just because of that really nice play from the demo at the start, getting a lot of damage to the scouts at the start, taking presence, and the soldiers capitalizing on it correctly by jumping to the now clear open top, even with a med who's standing here not healing anybody. Good job, blue team. Well played. So now we may have to wait a while. Here's the scouts going in.
The control point is being contested.
No defense. What the? What is it with my computer? It's like slowing down and dying. Much like my understanding of this game, where they're just kind of sending people, despite their med having crashed. You probably want to just wait when your med's crashed. Like if you have 5 up, you can at least defend mid until he's respawned and back in there, and we're back into a normal game. But I don't want to talk about that too much, because if this was a match, you'd just pause, and that would be that. So, let's just keep watching. Med still crashed. So it's a solid hold on 2. Looks like kind of entering into this awkward phase where blue can't really play because they have no medic. And, yeah, I don't know what to say. Just keep on keeping on. Still no medic. What the heck is with my computer dying every time I zoom into a new point here? Gotta be careful how I commentate this map, apparently. Okay, so we're waiting for the couple minutes for the Steam timeout, and if red is aware of the fact, oh, spy gets a med. Not that they can push off that because they have no medic, but, Okay, I gotta stop this for a sec and see what's wrong with my frames. Good. back. Alright. Sorry for the technical difficulties here. Apparently I might need to, you know... Jesus Christ.
The control point is being
The spy is actually just killing their entire team. And here we have a kind of staggered push, but I mean, like, can't talk about this because they're still playing with no medic, and
The control point is being captured.
I mean, it's basically turning into a pub at this point. So I don't know what to say. Winning the point miraculously based off all their spy kills. Hopefully their medic's back soon so I can talk about some stuff again. You know, yeah. So medic rejoins. We'll just speed it up until he's back. Okay. Now he's back in, so now we're back to a quote-unquote normal game. Spy's still up, game's still lagging. Okay, I like that distraction coming in right when the spy comes in, but it didn't quite work out, although it may think that the spy is dead and oh, now they're screwed. Now he's screwed. Whatever, okay. So midpoint, what they're looking for here is for their medic to not die, and he's looks like way back at 2, so he won't die. Sending a single soldier in, he gets the force, and now everybody else needs to just back up. I was gonna criticize for sending a single soldier when a scout wasn't right with him to guarantee that force, but it worked out for them, so can't fault for a play that worked out.
Time has been added.
Or maybe, you know, that scout that was on the right side was supposed to be the follow-up, but he got engaged with the scout. That happens. So now, Uber advantage, they have all their spawns, they have the correct classes to push. It's really up to them whether they want to capitalize on the Uber advantage or not. And the other team is close enough to let them do it. And they still have a sniper, so it's an effective one down push. So I would definitely have been pushing here. But now it's too late because their demo is too lit. And killing the enemy demo just invalidates what I just said. But the question is, where is the blue medic? Okay, I found him. He's over here. It's okay. And looks like they focus heavily on getting the enemy medic. Looks like he actually did go down in the kitchen there, so this is a mid-cap, just thanks to that demo pick, basically. And the fact that the enemy team still has a sniper should allow blue to take this, although they're kind of just running around, just not sticking together too well, so it gets cleaned up by the quickly respawning enemy demo. And now blue's at risk of bleeding off too many players to hold last if they don't get some sick results out of these scouts. In this situation, with the Uber not that far behind, I would rather just